Hello, everybody. This is KrypticNexus, also known as Anthony, and today I've got another battery review. It's this guy. So, you've seen the teardown of this. If you haven't, right here. Yep, there it is. That eye. Click on that. It'll take you to the teardown and overview of this battery. This video will be just me talking about this. This is the Zzero 8000 milliamp hour battery. It has an input of 2 amps and an output of 1 amp. It has 2 USB ports at 1 amp. I don't know why they labeled it that way. It should have been 2x 1 amp, but whatever. And it's made in China, has a solar panel, and you know, you've seen the lights. It has a flashlight. You tap it once, goes into flashing mode. You tap it again, it goes into SOS mode. And you tap it again, back to regular mode. Double tap it, turn it off. Hold the button to turn off the battery completely. Anyways, you've seen most of that before. Let's just go around the battery one more time. Input has a little cover. This says it is rain resistant or waterproof or whatever on the packaging. It's just made to be rain resistant. And when I originally got it, there was a massive gap right here. As you can see, taking it apart and reseating everything did help that gap. Anyways, each USB port does have a nice little cover. So there's one on there and one up here. That's it. I have never tested out the solar panel in the sun because, as the back says, it only puts out 120 milliamps. So that would take, from rough math, 66.666 repeating hours to fill this in direct sunlight, which would kill the battery anyways because of temperatures. So, how does it perform? It performs awesomely. So, if you saw my video on this piece of shit, you got to hear me talk about this. So, I use a draw current meter and a draw constant current draw resistor bank is all it is. It has 2 giant resistors that I put heat sinks on because, oh my god, does this thing get hot. Anyways, from using that, both of those devices combined, this would last 7,000 milliamps, or milliamp hours. So 7 amp hours, and this is rated for 8 amp hours. So that to me is really, really awesome. It's a hell of a lot better than this in terms of efficiency and rating, because it is rated at 8,000. I will give them the 1,000 milliamp hour discrepancy, because I was draining it at a constant current of 1 amp and at 2 amps, and then I would charge it. So, you know, your efficiency does change with your load. So lower loads would get better efficiencies. And when I charge my PlayStation 4 controller, it does fine. I could probably charge my PlayStation 4 controller 15 times with this. And this is, again, only an 8,000 milliamp hour battery, tested 7,000. And the PlayStation controller has a 1,000 milliamp hour battery. No, I don't let the PlayStation controller die completely, but it is, you know, I do get a fair bit of charge out of it. The other thing I have to say is that this does have a too low of a draw turnoff. I honestly cannot remember what I was charging, but oh, I was charging one of my cameras. So I was charging this camera, or no, it was my other camera. I have another wireless camera similar to this, more like a GoPro actually, and its current draw was so low that this would just auto turn off. So I have to charge both of the cameras at the same time to keep this putting out power. So keep that in mind when you plug something in. Watch it for the first 10 minutes or so and make sure that it doesn't turn off. It's as simple as that. If it doesn't turn off within, I'd probably say a minute or two, then it should provide power until the battery's dead. And that's awesome. This thing takes me a while to drain at normal usage. Grant, I do have a fair bit of batteries laying around. So, you know, of course they last me a little long. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I did get this battery at a discount from the seller for an honest and unbiased review. If you liked the video, give me a like. If you disliked the video, find the button. I really don't care. But if you have any comments, please leave them below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. This has been Anthony, also known as KrypticNexus, and I hope you enjoyed the video.